Hi, everybody. Welcome to Reality Past TV, where we talk about all things reality TV shows and all things reality TV show stars. So, listen, you guys, I want to talk about the recent episode of SingoZungu Thinah, which is a reality TV show about Thinah Zungu's life and family. And Thinah is a gospel singer slash the pastor. Okay, umfundisi. So last week we did see Thinah and his family deal with the whole thing of his youngest son having bad dreams because of this movie that he had watched of an evil doll. And that combined with the fact that the family had gone through this traumatic experience of the break-in. So they had people break into the house when the wife and some family members were there. Nobody was injured, but obviously it was a traumatic experience for the family and the kids. Now, I don't know why they opted to focus on that child when it comes to that experience, because the person that had said that she had PTSD when it comes to that experience was Uzama, the wife. And I thought we were going to see Zama go to to therapy, because she had said she needed therapy. And even Thinah had recommended that she does go to therapy. And this child out here dreaming about a doll is because he's been watching scary movies on TV. And they're thinking it has more to do with the break-in, but it has more to do with the fact that he was watching the movie. Yes, you guys, he might need therapy too, because obviously it's a big thing for children to see that and think that maybe one or two of the family members might lose their lives. That is a big thing. It is a good thing to go and see somebody and just to check if the child is okay. It's a good thing. But I feel like for the show, they should have focused on the mother, because I just feel like, why? Like, focus on yourself. Okay, so I don't know why Zama is not showing us her therapy sessions rather. Now, we did see her take the child to see a social worker. I did like how the social worker handled the whole situation, and I felt like the child was very clear to say, I watched the movie, because from what I gathered from the session was that the child did say he watches a lot of scary movies, and so when he goes to bed, he gets scared. So I felt like he needs to stop watching the scary movies. But then when the social worker is giving Zama the feedback, she refers to the incident of the break-in, which didn't make sense to me, because I was like, but that's not what the child said. The child was talking about, watching things on the, on the internet, watching things on TV. So I was like, maybe it's the bad edits, but the feedback that she was giving to Zama and what they talked about with the child was not for me. So the whole thing didn't make sense. But I did like the interaction that she was having with the child. The child liked the whole thing of playing games while he was talking to the social worker. So that I did like. Now, we did also see Thinah at church, preaching at church. I like that his church is not one of those overcrowded, fire, those churches. The fire, and everybody is skimming on the floor. That one, those ones that you feel like, this one, there's a snake under. Hey. And there are curtains in, those churches, and then on stage, behind the pastor, there are curtains from this wall to that wall, and you just know that if you just peck out the curtains, Khehlelezi on the other side. And then there is the stage, and then in the middle there's the circle, and you like there in the circle, if you open there, hey, unekhanda lengulube. There is the coffin where the pastor sleeps at night. You know those churches. Those churches, when they pray, don't close your eyes. In fact, close your eyes, because if you don't, you will see snakes. Rather close your eyes. So it's not one of those, and also it's not too big. Like it looks like a small enough like family church. In fact, I must go to the church because it is in Nanda, which is not far from where I am. One Sunday, me and my daughter must go to church and Nanda. It's just that I don't know which part of Nanda it is at, but yeah, I must tell Lungu, let's go to find Thinah's church. It looked like a nice church, you know. I would go and find that church, guys, and I will give you feedback on how it was like attending Thinah's church. I'll find it where it is, because I follow Thinah on Facebook. I'm also gonna find Zama. I'm sure somewhere on their social media that I'm gonna find where it is at Thinah. Go attend their church, and I'll come and give you feedback on how was the service. Anyway, guys, so we saw the church, and also they were doing that whole thing. Remember that Thinah, Striker, and what's the other guy who's looking for a wife? They had decided that they are going to punish Khehlelezi for him taking them to the club without them knowing that they were going to a club. And remember when I said that I don't understand why they were saying they're going to make him go and do something for the girls as punishment. And you guys had said that the reason they're doing something for the girls is because of the strippers situation at the club. And then I was like, oh yes, you guys are onto something. So they went to the school, and I was trying to figure out which school was that, you know, Enanda, Imvaba, the blue uniform. So they went to Thinah's old high school. It was fun, you guys, but I was looking at those things that they had. You guys, I know that it's still something, but the way that they did it, like handing things to the kids, I feel like when you have something in a school like that, especially a school like Sasemakaya and Malokishin, and you have something that is not going to be enough for all of the kids, don't hand it to kids like that, because you're going to hand it like that, and the kids that are going to end up getting are the kids that probably don't need, and then you might miss the kids that really need it. Rather give it to the teachers, because most of the times the teachers know the kids that are really struggling. So rather give it to the teachers to give to the kids, because they will know which kids are needing or like are in need the most. So because I used to go to school, I know the situation where your kids will end up not getting, and sometimes those kids that are in need are a little bit more shy than the kids that don't really need those things. So yeah, because I saw those 3-4 boxes, and I was like, it's not enough for everybody. So yes, you guys, I thought that the giving like this, I was like, oh, they're going to miss the kids, that the child that really doesn't have Colgates, the child that really doesn't have sanitary pads, you know. So I wish that they had given to the teachers. But you guys, it was still good that they did that. And yeah, the kids looked like they had fun, even though it was raining. And you guys, the situation of Khehlelezi paying, because they went to a wholesaler to buy the stuff. Everything added to 5,460, I think. And Khehlelezi didn't know that they were going to buy. So when they get to the till, they're saying Khehlelezi must buy. Khehlelezi says it doesn't have a wallet. They say, go fetch it. It must be in the car. He says, I don't have it in the car, because I just came from Joburg. I'm like, but if you come from Joburg, we have it in the car. And then he ends up not paying. Thinah ends up paying. But I was thinking about it, you guys, and I was like, I know they were trying to punish him, but I was like, but guys, like, no matter how much money you have, like, you have to know that you are expected to pay 5,400 rand. Like, no matter how much money you have, like, you have to know that you are expected to pay like 6,000 rands. Like, am I speaking from a poverty point of view? Like, I can't go somewhere and then just my friends just say, here, pay, and it's like 6,000 rands. Like, I also thought it was ridiculous. Even if you have money, but you have to know that you are expected to pay. I think even Striker would not be able to pay 6,000 rand if he didn't know. I think even Jumbo would not be. I think any of them would have to be prepared that they need to pay 6,000 rands. They can't just go somewhere and then all of a sudden they're expected to pay. And I guess in the context of it was punishment, maybe I get it. That's why they just wanted him to spend that money without expecting it because it was punishment, maybe. But Thinah ended up being the one that paid. And then they went to the school. It was good. Afterwards, that's when things became weird because then Striker's car, the tire suddenly was flat. Nobody knew what happened to the tire. I feel like the crew, paid some of the kids to do something to the tire. I feel like that. Anyway, it turns out, Khehlelezi like, yeah, it's because it's not your car, it's Thinah's car. Anyway, I think that Khehlelezi is right because that one is not Striker's car, because Striker was driving some smaller nyana car the other time. So now I was like, how? Also set up Manjele PM. I think we PM yeah. Also set up Manjele PM when we drive some. By the way, guys, I have a smaller nyana car too, so there's nothing wrong with the smaller nyana car. But I think there's something wrong when you don't want to drive a smaller nyana car to some event and you're borrowing your friend's bigger nyana car. Just drive your smaller nyana car, you know. And again, as Khehlelezi uyadelela, he ended up emdelela with why did he need to borrow, and the fact that the tire was flat, he said the Matlos is punishing him, and also it became a thing of why are you wearing a pink shirt and pink shoes, and in the stylish Striker, those shoes. And yeah, but anyway, you guys, it ended up looking like a bullying situation. I think Khehlelezi plays around a lot, and it becomes too much sometimes. But I think he's just playing around, and also I think he's aware of the fact that they're doing a show. And I think also, guys, it would be boring without Khehlelezi. Like, honestly, imagine us watching Thinah, no Jumbo. No. It will be too serious. So Jumbo ended up feeling like it was getting offensive and ended up saying to Khehlelezi, let's not do that. Especially when he was making insinuations about Striker's sexuality. When he was saying also, why are you wearing a pink shirt? Anyway, you guys, I don't know what they're going to do with the tire at the school. I guess they're gonna have to change the tire. Angazoba Striker nje, you know, who's going to change that tire? Because you have to change your own tire. Anyway, you guys, that was the episode for today. Honestly, you guys, sometimes I feel like without Khehlelezi, we would not have any kind of drama on the show. So they kind of do need him, no matter how irritated they get about the things that he does. They do need him. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Tell me what you thought about this episode in the comment section. Like the video before we're gonna share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers in its hand. Cool.